All right, all right. Good evening. Happy Sunday, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. I know it's been a week of a break. I gotta charge up my computer. Give me a second, y'all. I was putting my list together, so I wanted to make sure that I had everything good to go. Excuse me. I wanted to make sure I had everything good to go before we got started. So give me 1 second. Let me plug this in because I was wondering why I was looking so light, and now I see why. Now I see why. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's get into it. Um, First of all, thank y'all so much. There we go. What just happened? What's going on? Let me. How about I do this? On my side, it's like freezing. It's not doing that on y'all side, which is weird. Okay, but anyway, so let's get into it, y'all. So before we move forward with anything, y'all please do me a favor. Number one, like the video, give it a thumbs up. For those of you on YouTube, of course, Facebook, y'all can give it a heart, give it a like, whichever one you feel comfortable with doing. Letting people know you are here, you are ready to go, you are excited about getting into these markets for this week. It's going to be a very busy week, which you're going to be able to see here in a second. Number two, comment. Let me know where you're tuning in from, where you're watching this live or replay. For those of you tuning into the replay, let me know where you're watching the replay from. Put your city, put your state, put your country. If you want to rip your country, do that too, okay? And then the other thing, y'all, if you have not subscribed to this channel, you've been tuning in for a while, I mean, what you waiting on? Like, just go ahead, hit the button, boop, one time, subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're not part of the Prosperity Cause community. Why do you want to do that? Because the people that are part of the Prosperity Cause community, those individuals get email notifications, text notifications, all that stuff about things that are going on within the Prosperity Cause community, especially when I'm going live, okay? So if you want to know and you're not part of the community yet, then go ahead, hit that notification bell. Even if you're part of the community already, y'all, don't rely on just the emails because sometimes, you know what I'm saying, my email and service may act up. Okay, it might go to your spam and you may not see it. It might go to your junk folder and you might not see it. So when you hit that notification bell, now you always know when I'm live. Okay, so that's the last thing. So let's get into the disclaimer. Okay, so as we get into this disclaimer, y'all, what I'm going to ask you all to do is keep these things in mind. Please, y'all, don't be out here, just moving out any kind of way and whatnot in these markets. This is not the time, especially with it being an election year. This is not the time to play around. This is not the time to play games, okay? So let's get into this disclaimer. Remember, y'all, trading and investing in any market. I don't know what is going on with my computer. There we go. Trading and investing. Oh my gosh, it just did it again. Okay, there we go. Trading and investing in any market can contain substantial risk and is not suited for every individual. Every trader and investor learns and performs differently, thus the results will not all be the same. There's a potential for a trader and investor to lose all or more than their initial investment due to numerous factors. Therefore, it is suggested that each trader and investor only invest money that can be lost without jeopardizing their financial security and or lifestyle. Remember, y'all, I am not a financial advisor. I am not a licensed trader. I don't work for the CFTC or anything like that. Okay, no connection whatsoever. I'm a student just like most of you. The only difference is between me and some of you out there is I have a bit more experience. I've made more money. And of course, I'm continuing to study. All right. And now I'm in a position, thank God, that I can help people out. So that way you can work through some of those down points that I had, those pitfalls that I experienced, but also give you some tips. So that way you can take that and move forward faster than I did, prayerfully. But with every bit of information that I'm sharing, remember, y'all, all of this is for educational purposes only. The expectation for you as a viewer of this channel, as a member of the Prosperity Cause community, is to do your own research. Everything that I share, y'all, I'm sharing either from personal experience or something that I was instructed or advised to do by a professional in that field, okay, in the finance space. All right. So I'm suggesting to you to do the same thing, do your own research, and also seek more information from your financial advisor if you have one. If you don't have one, y'all trust me, I can link you up with mine, and then you can see if y'all are a good fit for each other, okay? There you go, especially if you're in the United States. All right. And then also remember all the strategies that are discussed, services and products that are shown during this live stream or any time on this YouTube channel. You as a viewer, as a potential trader or a current trader, you will use these things at your own risk, okay? Past profits do not guarantee future results. We all know that because we all learn differently, right? We apply the same information differently. So you may be in a totally different mental and emotional space than the person who is going out here and just getting it in the charts, okay, off these charts. So just keep that in mind, all right? So next thing, my screen did it again. What is going on with this thing? There we go. Okay. So now let's get into what happened October 13th. Uh-oh. What just happened? This is not the time for my computer to be acting. It's like every single time this past week when I've come over here into this spot, my computer is acting up. Okay, so we back. Excuse me. So on October 30th, October 30th, October 13th, that week is the last week that we did a market analysis. I did in the video, in the comments of that video, y'all, I did put the results of it and why I put what I put. And I talked about this during the midweek check-in, like the midweek recap of the Forex market and whatnot. I even went over that as well that following Wednesday. So what was that, like the 16th of October? Y'all can go check that out. But here's the thing. So that week, we saw gold throughout that entire week. Gold ended up going up over 600 pips, almost 700 pips. So that was a lot of money being moved into the market. Remember, y'all, we're in an election year. Okay, so if you're like, I don't understand, why gold is doing this or why this is happening and everything. Remember, we're in an election year here in the United States. Even Japan just had one today. An election today. So there are a lot of moving pieces going on across different countries. So these are things that you got to really take into consideration when you're talking about trading in these financial markets, okay? So let's get to EuroCAD. So here's the reason why I put stop loss for EuroCAD. If you did not watch that midweek recap that I did October 16th, okay, if you didn't watch that on YouTube, the reason why I put a stop loss there, because just in case there was someone that didn't really follow instructions, didn't understand, maybe it's a miscommunication, misunderstanding of what of what I was suggesting. Okay, maybe it was just, hey, you thought that I could just get in and get out and make some money, and you're day trading and whatnot. There were certain things that I did share from a day trading perspective, but for my people who scalp, y'all trade totally different than us as day traders and definitely as swing traders. So your movement in the market is going to be a bit different between the three of us, right? So if you were a day trader or a swing trader, more than likely as a swing trader, you probably wouldn't have took your EuroCAD as a buy. You probably would have waited for the position for a sale. Okay. But for my day traders, what I suggested with this trade was that you wait for the risk to reward to line up, because the risk to reward at that time when we were looking at it, it wasn't there, right? So for the buy, the sale would have been much better. But for the buy, the risk to reward was not there. So what I suggested to the day traders, like, hey, listen, if I were you, I wouldn't trade, because number one, I think it was a bank holiday for Canada that following Monday, you know what I'm saying? Because we looked at the market on Sunday, right? So I was like, it's a bank holiday, so you shouldn't be trading anyway, but it's up to you. You do what you want to do because it's your money, right? That's number one. But number two, the risk to reward wasn't there. I am big, and I'm going to say this over and over again. Y'all are going to hear me say this a lot, but I am really, really big on risk to reward, because this is how, as a day trader specifically, right? Because that's what I do. As a day trader specifically, higher risk to reward ratios is going to give you more of a cushion to take some lessons in the market. Okay, because lessons are going to come, meaning losses for people who are like, what are you talking about? Those lessons, those losses, they're going to come in the market no matter what. It doesn't matter how nice you are, you know what I'm saying, at reading the charts and how great you are at managing your emotions. Everyone's going to take lessons in the market. That's inevitable. But the thing is, with those risks to rewards, making sure that you're getting at a bare minimum 1 to 2, the higher the better. But if at a bare minimum you're getting 1 to 2, now you have a bit of cushion. So you can take a lesson in the market and still end the week in profit. You can take a lesson in the market and still end the month in profit. Or you could take two, but you've won however many trades, right? So this is the reason why I put that as a lesson in the market, because if someone did not understand what I was saying, there was a bit of miscommunication, or if you were just flat out hard headed, to be honest, you know what I'm saying, then you probably would have lost that trade as a day trader. As a scalper, you probably were good to go. But as a day trader, the setup wasn't there with the risk to reward for a buy. Now, if you would have waited until, let's say, Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever, I think it was Wednesday, when the market just dropped down into this massive sale, you would have made way more money, number one. Your risk to reward would have been there, number two. And you wouldn't have had as much emotional attachment to it because you saw the setup was there, right? And you had your profit areas identified already because we did that on Sunday. So just a couple of notes on that. I just wanted to make sure everybody got it. All right. So if y'all have any questions, feel free, drop it in the chat. For those of you tuning in live, that's on Facebook. Hopefully I can see it here on StreamYard, but that's on Facebook and also on YouTube, okay? So drop your questions if you have any, or if you have a comment, if you're like, I know what you're saying about gold, I know what you were saying about, Eurocad, whatever it is, if you took any of the trades, whether you won or you took a lesson, y'all, please, look, people need to know when people are winning, but they also need to know when they're taking lessons. Why? Because people need to see that you're not going to win all the time. You're not going to win every single day for the rest of your life. You're going to take some lessons, but you have to be able to navigate that, right? So we need people to be transparent about, hey, listen, I took a lesson in the market. Like I told y'all, when I took those 2 lessons back to back with gold, I was like, hold up. And I started doing a gold journal because I was like, I know it's an election year, but like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a normal movement for gold because I've been trading gold for so long. I'm like, this is a normal movement. Let me just start tracking some stuff and then I'll adjust accordingly, right? So it only took me 2 trades on 2 separate days back to back, though, for me to be like, oh, look, this isn't right, right? So I need you all to do the same thing. Don't feel bad if you take a lesson in the market, share it, all right? If you win and your analysis lines up and everything goes according to plan, share that too, all right? Even if it's your demo account, y'all, don't feel like, oh, well, it's not real money and it's not in my live account. This is a learning opportunity. This channel helps you to learn this skill, okay? There are people who are just starting out. There are people who have been at this for some years, but they have not seen consistent profit. This is your opportunity to learn. You can't learn by sitting here thinking that, oh man, I'm always going to get it right, because you're not. Okay, so hopefully that helps somebody. But that's our previous live market analysis session. That was a quick review on what we had going on. So the next thing is, if this comes up, there we go. So the next thing is, I'm going to just go quickly over last week. So how over the past 7 days, how the market has moved as far as our currency pairs go. Okay, so with our currency pairs, we have, excuse me, I don't know what's going on, but anyway, so with our currencies, we have not a lot of buying going on at this moment. It's kind of like almost on the fence, closer to the neutral area. Euro and the pound, they had like a little slight buying over the past 7 days. US dollar is still stable, y'all. Remember, y'all, we're in an election year. So this is why a lot of investors are not really buying or selling as it pertains to the dollar, because it's an election and they're waiting on the results. Whoever wins, that's going to determine how investors are going to move. So you may see a big uptick, or you may see a lot of selling. It just depends on what the investors are thinking, what they're seeing, what they're feeling, how the market is going to react. All of these things are going to play a part in that. Okay. So right now, US dollar has been pretty neutral for the past 3 months. Okay. I don't see that changing until after election. Then we'll get a better idea of what the sentiment of the market is with all these different investors and stuff. Okay. And companies and whatnot. And so you have the franc and the yen. Those two are our biggest movers as far as selling goes. Okay. So that means that when we're looking at this from last week, biggest movers, more than likely it's going to be the pound, right? I mean, the yen, right? That would be the expectation. So when it comes to our currency pairs, the yen is definitely our biggest mover. All right. So the pound paired with the yen, you have that moved up over 300 pips, right? So 322 pips or so, give or take. And then you also had USD JPY that moved up. So people were buying. So the pound was strong and the US dollar was, strong enough because the yen was not as strong. Okay. People were selling it, so therefore the strength wasn't there. All right. So the USD JPY, that one also went up more actually than the pound paired with the yen, which is surprising because normally it's the pound that's higher, but this time around USD JPY that came in at 357 pips, or give or take a few pips either to the upside or downside. Okay. So that was our currency pairs. You already saw that gold moved in the previous week over 600 pips. So that's another really big mover, right? Over the past week. On top of that, you had Bitcoin and our indices. They were going down last week. Okay. Down to the ground. So Bitcoin, that one dropped down over 3,500 pips. And then, it was Dow Jones. Dow Jones, they dropped down 1,200 pips. I thought I changed it, but clearly I didn't because I still have on here oil. So my bad, y'all. My mistake. So charge it to my head. All right. I was on the road today. No excuse, but whatever. So Dow Jones, though, that went down over 1,200 pips. Okay, so that was a lot of movement to the downside. So if you're a person that has experience and you've been trading indices for a while in the Forex market, for those of you that are new and you're like, what are you talking about? So US 30 in Forex is the equivalent to the Dow Jones in the stock market. Okay, so that's what we're trading. So if you hear me say US 30, if you hear me say NAS 100, NAS 100 is equivalent to the NASDAQ. If you hear me say SPX 500, that's equivalent to the S&P 500 in the stock market. Okay. So, so US 30, that dropped down over 1,200 pips. Okay. So like I said, with our currency pairs, for the most part, the Forex market for currency pairs was pretty much up, but our commodities, I wouldn't even say our commodities because I believe oil was kind of stagnant, but our crypto and our indices, okay, those took a hit last week, big time, really big time. Okay, so there we have it, our biggest movers for the previous week. What is this on my hand? I just rubbed something. Okay. Anyway, so upcoming news, y'all. This week we have a lot of news going on. For those of you that trade our major pairs, if you trade indices, if you trade like cryptocurrency paired with the US dollar, okay, I need y'all to be aware that this is NFP week, okay, non-farm payroll. This is NFP week. So we're looking at between Wednesday and Friday. If I were you, I would push pause and I would look at other things to trade, okay, in the Forex market. I'm just being honest, y'all. Save your money. Don't give it back to the market, especially during those times when that news is going to be released. Depending on how it goes. Sometimes with NFP week, you probably can get into the market a bit later. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. I have just figured out. Excuse me. I have just figured out for me Personally, I just stay away. Okay. Once that happens, because a lot of times when it's NFP week, especially like during that time with non-farm payroll, the unemployment numbers, like all of that stuff is back to back. You got GDP this week, not just with the US dollar, but you have that with who else has it? GDP numbers this week is Switzerland, I know that, and Canada, right? So you have two other countries that have their GDP numbers coming out. You have the elections, like I said, for Japan. They just had theirs today. You have a bunch of bank holidays this week. So we have New Zealand, you have Italy and France. They have bank holidays this week. You have a bunch of like Federal Reserves or and whatnot with different countries. So like Bank of Canada, their governor speaking, Bank of Japan, their governor speaking and whatnot. So interest rates, all kind of stuff going on this week, y'all. So if I were you, whatever news source you use when it comes to forex trading, stick with that if that works for you. If you don't have one, y'all, tune into forexfactory.com, because on forexfactory.com you're able to see what color photo represent what type of news, high impact, medium impact, or low impact. That's what this graph represents for my people who are new to this channel, okay? This graph represents high impact, medium impact, low impact. For me, everybody's different, but for me, if it's high impact and medium impact, during that time, I stay away from the market. I will mark up my charts. I will even come back and look and see, okay, the news is being released. How is the market reacting? Like I just recently started doing that. When the market is, or when the news is being released, and I've started looking at the chart and seeing how the market is reacting with the things that I trade, right? And that's actually been very beneficial for me, giving me a better idea of like what to expect, or hey, no, I'm staying away from the market today just because of how it moved. Like there's no way that there's going to be a reasonable opportunity for me to get into. I don't see a high probability setup coming after this type of movement. So I would just suggest to you, you're an adult, more than likely you're an adult watching me. If you want to enter the market while the news is being released, that is your prerogative. But I'm telling you right now, me personally, I do not do it. I don't. If it's high impact, medium impact, I stay away. Low impact is when I'm in there like swimwear. Like seriously, I'm ready to go. Outside of that, no sir, no ma'am. I stay away. Okay, so it's totally up to you. You do what you want to do. You do what you want to do with your money and your broker accounts. But again, for me and the people that I have trained and taught, my students and whatnot, members of my community prosperity cause, we all know we stay away from high impact and medium impact. Okay, we just do what we do. All right, so there's that. Any questions at all on the upcoming news before we roll out? Because now we're about to get into the market. I don't know what is up with this screen. It just keep going out. Like I don't get it. I don't know why I keep doing this. Okay, there we go. It did it again. All right, y'all. Look, I'm gonna need y'all to bear with me. I'm having some technical issues. Some technical difficulties over here. Not sure why this is happening, but it's like I can't see my screen. It keep going out. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to close this out, and I'm coming right back. If y'all want to mark up the charts with me, if y'all want to ask some questions, if you all want to come on here and be like, hey, can you look at this, that, and the third? I'm gonna give y'all at least one or two, depending on how many people have something to say as far as what to mark up. I'll give y'all either one or two, and then you can type it in the chat. But let me close this out, y'all, and I'm gonna do my best to be back on here in like the next minute. Hopefully, what I'm about to do helps so this computer screen stop doing what it's doing right now. Okay, so I'll be back. Come back here in 1 minute, y'all. Sorry for the technical difficulties. All right, I'll be back. Okay, so looks like we're good. I don't know what that was about, but I'm back. See, it didn't even take a whole minute. I just had to restart. So prayerfully we're good. And hopefully everybody else is. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on, but thank y'all for bearing with me. This has been happening for like the past 3 days. But anyway, so let's get it. So let's go to share screen. Let me go to share screen. And then we're going to go to the first thing. So I have a list, y'all, of like 9 currency pairs that I can look at. Y'all already know one thing I'm going to do is gold. That's not changing. Every week I'm doing gold. I'm going to give y'all a list of what I have, and then y'all just let me know like one of those that you want me to mark up, and then I'll do that. And if y'all have something outside of the list that I have, then I'll consider marking that up. Okay, so let's get it. So I have on my list, I have, if y'all can hear me, just let me know. Let me know if you can hear me. I don't know why. Now I can't hear the music. Oh my gosh. I wonder, can y'all hear the music? Like I can't hear anything. Like I don't hear it at all. Yeah, like it's playing, but I don't hear it. Boy, I tell you, today's just one of them days. It's just one of them days. We're going to get this together, y'all. I apologize because I have no idea what's going on. Okay, here we go. Let's do this again. I still hear nothing. I don't understand. Okay, well, whatever. I'm not gonna just sit here and dwell on that. So let's move on. Since for whatever reason it doesn't want to work. Let's keep it going. So I have a total of 9 things. Like I said, I have Euro JPY. I have Euro NZD. Y'all know I'm not a fan of the NZD pairs or the franc, okay? Currency pairs. That's just me. But if you want me to mark it up, by all means, I will. So what I say, Euro NZD, GBP AUD, GBP JPY, GBP CHF, GBP NZD, USD JPY, USD CHF, and NZD USD. So because the US has a lot of high impact news, I'm going to be honest, y'all, I'm probably going to lean more towards like GBP JPY or GBP AUD. Now, I need to be clear on this for y'all, okay? If you're not really familiar with trading in the foreign exchange market, keep this in mind. When you are trading like your exotics and your minors with the currency pairs, the spread, the cost to enter into the market is going to be a bit higher than trading your major pairs, okay? So just heads up on that. So hopefully you're aware of that. If you're aware of that, okay, great. But I'm going to go and mark up GBP JPY because, like I said, you have actually, I'm probably going to do GBP AUD because Japan has almost as much high impact news as the US dollar this week. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do GBP AUD. If there's something in particular that you all want me to mark up, please drop it in the chat, okay? If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, whichever one you're on, watching live right now, put that in there. Okay, which one you want me to do? If there's anything in particular you want me to do. But I'm telling y'all now, I'm going to do GBP AUD because there's less news, high impact news this week with those two currencies. And I'm going to do gold because y'all know every week I do gold. So y'all just let me know. I'm going to start with GBP AUD though first. And as a matter of fact, let me make a note. So I remember that that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to go ahead and knock that out. So I have recently marked it up. I did. So now all I got to do is change out the week and the day because I did just do this last week. I did. And hit my profit areas. Okay. So let me do update the week and then update the day. And if y'all have any questions at all, if you are curious about something pertaining to trading in the Forex market, like if there's something you're struggling with, y'all, this is the perfect time to identify that and bring it up and prepare for 2025, y'all. Like seriously, this is the perfect time to start preparing for 2025 because whether you want to accept it or not, after this election, yes, you may see some big movement, but it's going to slow down because of the holiday season. Okay. The market always slows down when it comes to the Forex market. The market always slows down during the holiday season. Okay. Specifically like Christmas. Thanksgiving, you may still, of course, see, because you have people making a lot of purchases and whatnot, especially preparing for Christmas. But like when it comes to Christmas time, y'all, like right before Christmas, the market can get erratic. I'm telling you now, I'm not saying not to trade, but what I'm telling you is if you don't have the data, I would strongly suggest that you reconsider entering the market during like the Christmas season. Okay. I would just say take your wins and your lessons for 2024 and then prepare to trade in 2025. Like get yourself mentally prepared to trade in 2025 and move the heck on, to be honest, because it's not gonna be worth it, y'all. It's not gonna be worth it. Okay. So if you have any questions or comments, this is the perfect time as I am just, doing my markup, making the adjustments because I did do this last week and it hit the area that I was looking at on Thursday. So yeah, I don't need to update this because I just did this Thursday as far as on the 4 hour. So now I'm going to go down to the 1 hour. And if you all are wondering, like, why do I trade on the 1 hour? Because I trade something called candlestick patterns. So you've probably heard the term before, but you have no idea what that looks like, what that means. How do I trade those and whatnot? So if you're not familiar with candlestick patterns, it's just pretty much the language of the market. It's easier for me to have an idea of what's happening. Even if I don't read or even if I don't see the news, I have an idea of like what's going on in the market, right? Because of those candlestick patterns, because I've learned the psychology behind them, as well as, how to trade them, how to identify them. Like all three of those things are very, very important. So if that's something you want to do, by all means, y'all, you can click the link in the description of this video and you can sign up. You can register for the Day Trading 101 because I asked you to go over that in there during that 30 days. You learn about each candlestick pattern that I've been taught, and you learn how to identify it, the psychology behind it, but also how to trade it. And that just makes it so much easier to help you identify areas where you may want to put your stop loss, right? For those of you that are like, Leon, what's a stop loss? I'm confused. Sign up for Day Trading 101. There's no one, but number two, stop loss is like a safety net. So if you're going out and like for my people who gamble and you're betting on, whoever played today. I haven't really followed football as of late, but whoever played today, like let's say you betted on, one of the teams and whatnot. Well, you already know there's a certain amount of money that you're comfortable with putting out there to bet. So you're not going to put more, you shouldn't anyway, put more out there than you're comfortable with. Like, hey, this didn't happen. All right. Like, I'm fine. I'm not going to be homeless if I were to lose that bet. Right. It's the same thing with Forex or trading in particular. We identify area where if price goes here, this is how much we're comfortable with losing. Okay. After that, now we're good. We're not doing any more trading. You know what I'm saying? If it's more than that, I'm not doing any more trading. So that stop loss is like our safety net. So if the market were to go in the opposite direction of what we are anticipating, now we know, hey, look, this is my max cutoff for my loss, and I'm out to trade anyway. And your broker should, as long as they're doing what they're supposed to do, your broker should kick you out of the trade, and you only lose what you're comfortable with losing. Okay. So that's the point of the stop loss. So those candlestick patterns help us to easily identify areas where we can put a stop loss. And it's not a guessing game. Like, well, how far should I? No, every candlestick pattern has a designated area based off of that pattern. It has a designated area where you should be placing your stop loss, give or take a few pips or whatever, totally up to you, right? So like in this case, the market just opened up today for a GBP AUD and it's been buying. Well, this would be considered what we call 3 white soldiers. It's 3 buy candles back to back. And then this 4th candle is our confirmation. So that means that if we wanted to trade this and we're like, yeah, because I get the results over and over again, then because this is a whole new trading day, y'all, okay? Don't look at, oh man, because it's been trending. I need y'all to look at this as a whole new trading day, a whole new trading week. So this is the start of a new trading week. That's the reason why I'm saying this. For my people that's like, no, but Leona, it's a new trading week, y'all, okay? So with this new trading week, we already started out in a buy. If that's something you wanted to trade, you could, and you probably could have gotten some pips from it. But again, y'all, as a day trader, risk to reward. What is my risk to reward? I see that I'm in a supply zone. That's what these 2 dashed lines are. And I have a weak high. All of this, these 2 right here are like a form of resistance. So price could come up here and not go past it. And there's a potential for price to push down. So me as a day trader, I'm looking at it like, yo, like this is resistance. I don't want to, put myself in a position where I got it. The pattern says this, but I'm looking at my markup and this is 2 areas of resistance right on top of each other. I'm not about to take this trade for a buy. I don't care if it does go through it, y'all, and hit the next take profit point that I have established. Here's why I'm not going to cry about it. Because there are so many other things I could trade in the market. And I would rather wait for the sale because, number one, I could potentially get a much greater risk to reward ratio. Number 2, if I can get a greater risk to reward ratio, that means that my profit stands to be much bigger. If that makes sense, y'all let me know. Like, seriously, if that makes sense, let me know. Like, I got it. The pattern may say this, or your strategy may say this. Maybe you don't trade candlestick patterns like I do. So you may trade something else. And you're like, oh, well, I mean, now I'm not talking to my scalpers. Okay, scalpers, y'all do what y'all do. All right, I know y'all look for 10 pips and dip, 15, 20 pips. Like, you're like, that's all I need, dog. You know what I'm saying? I got it. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to people who day trade like me. Risk to reward is our bread and butter. Risk management is going to make or break our experience as traders, period. No matter how you try to slice it, risk management is going to make or break your trading experience as a day trader. So you need to make sure that you're looking at what is my risk to reward. This right here, I got it. The pattern says this, but I'm looking at possible resistance with the top of this supply zone. And then this weak high here. Listen, that's another form of resistance. That's 2 back to back. There's a potential for a GBP AUD, even though my other parts to my strategy, my trading system says buy. But yo, I hear you, but dog, I'm not about to do that right now because everything else is telling me there's a potential for a reversal. Okay, with this markup. So I'm still going to market y'all for a buy, but I'm also going to do the sell. Y'all know me. If you've been tuning in for a while now with these live market analysis, every single time I'm doing the buy and the sell. Why? Because the market's going to turn at some point, and it's best for us to at least have areas to pay attention to for potential profit. Have it already versus we have to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? At the last minute. Now, we're not doing that. We're not figuring it out at the last minute. We're getting it done now. Okay? So I'm going to delete this because this is not going to be a take profit one. This is going to be an area where we need price to break through and close, come back down. So we need price to do this. Where's my thing? This is what we need price to do. We need price to do this, come up, pull back some. If it comes all the way down, that's fine, okay? But we need to pull back and then push up. So now, oops. So now this is going to turn into my TP1 instead. But again, remember, y'all, risk to reward. If you're going to consider any of this stuff that I'm typing up, please look at risk to reward. Risk to reward for my day traders, for my swing traders. If you're a scalper, you already know you do what you do, okay? But as a day trader, I need you to look at risk to reward. This is going to be my TP1 for a sale. Why, Leona? Watch this. Once I finish this, I'm just eyeballing right now. But like, let's say this closes below here. So that means we have a bearish engulfing candlestick pattern. Then we have a confirmation. And let's just say hypothetically, it closes down here somewhere, okay? So that means we have from here down to here, that's roughly 34, 35 pips, okay? Our stop loss is going to be up in here. So that's 29. So this one actually wouldn't be a good risk to reward, but guess what we can do? I'm going to more than likely look in here somewhere. That can be a second one. Here's the thing though, y'all. This is a supply zone. So there is a possibility that price could hit here and then bounce back up. Here's what I would suggest for my people who day trade. Suggestion. Remember, do your own due diligence and research. If I were you and you were to take this trade for a sale because everything lined up, your strategy tells you, or the candlestick patterns appear, right, for a sale. If I were you, I would make this my stop and profit area. So I would move my stop loss from where it's at up here somewhere, okay? I will move it from up here and I will bring it down here. And then this next area that I'm going to identify that should give us a risk to reward of 1 to 2 at a bare minimum, then I will use that as my take profit area, right? If that makes sense, let me know. So let me change it to a line chart. Man, sorry, y'all. Sorry. All right. Oops, wrong one. So, like, let's see. Nope. I'm probably going to have to do this for now and then look to the left and see if I see no. Okay. So I might have to go to a higher time frame. Okay, it's over here. Oh, it's over here. Oh, the action is over here. Got it. Okay, so I see. Well, that's resistance. I need support. So this is support here. That one actually hit. This one was close, but this is for sure. This one is close as well. And support, that's kind of close in support. These are on the line, like a little bit below it. So we got some movement here. But I'm attempting to see if I can get, that looks better. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this one kind of pushed through at 5, 6. So this one is a better area. So I will use this as a take profit too. But let's see. Let's see what this says. TP2 for a sale. I'm going to change the other ones at the bottom, y'all. So Don't worry. Okay. So like, let's say, again, let's say that price, make this a bit wider, y'all. Let's just say again, that price comes down. So we have if you trade candlestick patterns or want to trade candlestick patterns, let's just say we have a bearish engulfing form. So this candle closes below this opening here somewhere. Okay. So the body of this candle engulfs this one. Okay, cool. And then we have a confirmation candle comes after that. Let's just say hypothetically, y'all, that confirmation candle closes in here somewhere. Okay. So remember, this will be our potential take profit 1, but our stop loss will be up here somewhere, right? That's not a 1 to 2. We need at least 30. We need at least, like 58 pips or so. Okay. 58 pips or greater. So that means we need to find an area where we could potentially see 58 pips in profit. So going here is 68. So if price were to come down and we see a selling opportunity, a high probability sell opportunity. If you're day trading, I'm not talking to y'all that scalp. You scalp, y'all know what y'all do, okay? Y'all don't do what we do. For my people who day trade, you want at least a risk to reward of 1 to 2. So that means you're like, oh, but the sell is happening, Leona. Well, guess what? What you can do, again, do your own research, make your own decision. What you can do is make this your take profit 1. Okay, this area, you decide. I just showed y'all how I found this area, right? Because I had 6 points of potential support. Okay, so I found this through that. So this is a strong area where price may come to if it were to sell, okay, this week. Now, here's the issue though. We have this, which is the bottom of our supply zone. So price could come down here, hover, and then make a decision to either go back up and then continue with the buy that it's supposed to be doing, or hover and then break through, or it could just go straight clean through it. Okay. If I were you, I would make this my stop in profit, meaning my stop loss that's going to be up here somewhere. I would move it once price has surpassed here. I would move my stop loss from up here or wherever you have it at, and I would make this now my stop area. I'm securing profit, and on top of that, now even if price continues to go down and doesn't even come back up, I also have this. So now my broker is going to close me out here. If price were to come back up though, my broker will close me out here. I still made money. Sorry, y'all. Okay. So this is why I mark the sell and the buy. So that way you have both available. So if the market was to turn around, because it's supposed to be buying, right? It's supposed to be a strong buy. If we don't see that continue throughout the week and it starts to sell off, you have areas to pay attention to. Okay. Man. Okay. So there we go. So I'm going to change this up because I just updated. I just updated my chart. So that's TP3. And then I'm going to change this to 4. And I'm going to delete the other one at the bottom. I'm just going to delete it all together because, well, no, because it might be an area in between those two. So, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. If it keeps going down, y'all identify your areas where you want, where you're expecting price to go to. You can do that. But hey, I'm giving you 4. 4 for the sell. 2 for the buy that is supposed to be right now. My apologies, y'all. So GBP AUD is now officially complete. If y'all have any questions, drop it in the comments. If there's something in particular you want me to mark up, you want to see how it plays out this week, then by all means drop that in the chat. Okay. I'm gonna do gold And y'all, if I don't hear anything, if I don't see anything, I should say, if I don't see anything from you guys that are on here live right now, I'm rolling with these two. I'm rolling with GBP, AUD, and gold. Okay, I'll leave it at that, and then I'll close this out. So let me delete this. And now this is the previous week high. Excuse me, y'all. It's like in my throat, and it is so annoying right now. So I'm pretty sure if it's annoying me, it's probably annoying y'all. So I apologize. But yeah. So, and again, if y'all have any questions, by all means, type it in the chat. Even if you're watching a replay, y'all, and you have a question, listen, y'all, it's okay. Go ahead, drop it in the comments, and then I always come back, or I make it a habit to come back, and then I let y'all know like how the trades played out, right? I don't think I'm gonna do the Wednesday midweek check-in or recap because y'all didn't show up to that. So listen, I am learning to value my time more, and to really take care of myself. And so I love y'all. I want y'all to win, but yo, like if you don't show up, man, I'm not about to do it. So I figured I'd just test it out and see, if the people want it, and y'all show me y'all could care less. So guess what? I'm not doing it again. I'm not. I'll keep doing what I was doing, which is just typing in the comments of this video, of the live one that I did, and then y'all could see. Excuse me. Y'all could see how the market played out with what we marked up. Oh my! I'm gonna have to take some medicine, y'all, because this is like really, really, really annoying. Okay, so let me delete this. All right, so now I have my updated week and day, and then let me see if I need to change this. And no, because I just did this on Thursday last week, so we're good to go with that. So as you can see on the 4-hour, like even right now with gold, I don't want to say it's ranging because it's broke out of these areas, like so it pushed out of here, it pushed out of here, and then it came back for the sale, and now it's sitting here. So or it came up here, but it didn't break up again. So right now, I don't want to say it's ranging just yet. We'll see if price comes down here and then come back up here. If it does that, then yeah, we clearly have a range. If not, I would say for my day traders, if you're gonna day trade this, I would not do it at this time. Y'all remember, I'm gonna keep saying this, y'all. This is an election year. This is an election year. So the markets are going to move a bit different. If you're used to trading gold, gold is going to move a little bit different right now. Okay. So don't be like, oh man, and you're losing money or you're losing trades and stuff. Just pivot. Okay. Study what it is that you want to study, that you want to trade, and then make the adjustments where you see fit. Okay. If you are new to trading, or you are wanting to learn how to trade, if I were you, I would take my time and learn more of the basics, charting, like how to mark up your charts, and then do all of this in a demo account. Do not put any money, no hard-earned money, into the market, especially right now with the U.S. election being so close. Japan just had an election. You know what I'm saying? With the election season being the election being so close here in the United States, if I were you, I would just hold off, okay, on putting money into a live broker account. When we're talking about trading Forex, y'all to do the stock market, listen, do what you do. I invest in stocks, okay? So I'm still moving how I move in the stock market. But I'm talking about trading Forex, I move different over here. Trading crypto, I move different with trading crypto. okay, than I do in the stock market, all right, as an investor. So something to just keep in mind. So right now, what I am seeing, let me unlock this. Excuse me, y'all. All right, so I'm about to wrap this up here in a second because I haven't seen anything come through. So what I'm seeing right now is prices staying within this golden zone here for the sale. So price could continue to push on down. Okay, it could come on back down to this day, previous day low. All right, there's no guarantee. So there is a possibility that gold could say, hey, no, you know what? I'm going to shock them. I'm not going to go down there and sell. I'm about to push up and I'm going to create another all-time high before the election. That could very well happen, y'all. Okay, investors will be like, hey, listen, I'm not confident in what's going on, and I need to buy some more gold. And it could be a massive buying opportunity for people who invest in gold like myself. Okay, that could happen. At the end of the day, y'all, if I were you, I would just look at the chart and let the chart tell you what to do. Those of us that trade candlestick patterns, we're going to follow the patterns and our markup with this top-down analysis that I just did, as well as I use the field. Okay, so I'm going to keep this as my take profit 1 for the buy. I'm going to change the top of this supply zone here. Change that to take profit 2. And then this all-time high here for the previous week high, this is going to be my take profit 3. Again, y'all, risk to reward for my day traders. Risk to reward. You want at least a 1 to 2 at a bare minimum. You get anything higher than that, awesome. But bare minimum 1 to 2. We do not do. Let me rephrase that. I do not do as a day trader 1-to-1 risk to reward. Now, as a scalper, y'all, I know y'all do your own thing. You don't look at that. I got it. Okay. Day trader, me. I'm looking bare minimum 1 to 2. So if I'm putting $50 into the market because there's a potential for me to lose $50, I want to see that there is a potential for me to gain 100, not 50 for 50. I'm gonna keep saying that because, y'all, if I did not eventually learn it, I still would have been blowing accounts. Because no one, from my perspective, from my lenses, no one was harping on risk to reward. No one was harping on risk management as much. You need that as a beginner. You need that as a trader. You need that reminder. So let's just say I'm looking for price to clear the top of this golden zone, push up, pull back. Y'all, if it come all the way back down and then form a new candlestick pattern, that's great. Okay, but I just need to pull back. Okay, same thing for below that. I need price to decide if it's gonna come down, pull back up. If it come all the way up, great. If it don't, as long as it pulls back up, I'm cool with that. Form a new bearish candlestick pattern and then push down. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. So now what I want to do is see if it clears here and comes back up and coming down, right? This is 76. I haven't made this a take profit yet, y'all. I'm just eyeballing. 76. So that would mean my stop loss would be up here somewhere roughly. So 37, maybe 40 pips. So that means I would probably need to look at something that's probably, 80 pips or higher. Okay, cool. This is general because the market has not played out. Okay. So let me change it to a line chart. So I see this one right here. And now I just want to see if I could find any other areas that come down like this. That's a form of support. Support meaning the market may, and it has a stronger possibility of coming back to this area the more times price comes down and touches this area. So that's 2. That's only 2. All I see is 2. All I see is 2. That's not good. I mean, I know what I've learned, 2 or more is good, but the more times it touches the area, the stronger the possibility that it's going to come back. So let's see. This one has, that's only 1. This one has almost 1, and that's 1 over here. So no, this has 2. Where'd it go? Was this it? So I'm gonna leave it here. And I'm gonna change this back to a candlestick. If you're still with me, let me know. Excuse me, y'all. I'm gonna take some medicine, I promise. Because it's just in my throat, like it just keep whatever. But anyway, so I said I need like 80 or higher, right? Potentially. So that's 73. So that means that if price were to sell, it could come here, slow down, okay, and then continue for the sale, or slow down and turn around and come back up into this golden zone, or just push up completely into a buy, whatever, okay? So there are 3 things that can happen. It could just go straight through this. It could come here, slow down, and then push down, or it could come here, maybe slow down, or just bounce back up, okay? Those 3 things are your options. So totally up to you. If I were you, I would look at possibly bringing my take profit down, but the other ones aren't really solid. So I will use this as an area for my stop in profit. So I will move my stop loss here after price has pushed past this, okay? Y'all, if you're like, well, how do I know that it pushed past? Because that would mean I would have to stare at the charts. No, you don't. You can do something called setting a alert. You can set an alert, okay? And then this way, especially if you're using TradingView, y'all, you get 1 alert for free. If you get an account, you're paying for TradingView, then you can do multiple alerts, okay? So totally up to you, but if I were you, I would just set an alert, y'all. And then this way, you know, oh man, the market has pushed past this, okay? And now I'm ready to go in and change my stop loss and move it into profit, okay? Totally up to you. You don't have to do anything I'm saying, y'all. Again, everything that I share on this channel is for you to do your own research. It's for educational purposes, so do your own research. All right, so that's it, y'all, because it's after 10 o'clock Central Standard Time. I did not see anyone request anything up wrong. Oh, yeah. Okay. I see you, Tyrus. Thank you. But yeah, so those are the 2 that we're going to go with for the week. This is our last week for October. So right now for October, we are 2 and 1 because I only counted. Sorry, y'all. I counted EuroCAD as a lesson for my people who misunderstood what I said, and or for the people who are just straight up hard-headed. To be honest, it happens, okay? Sometimes you got to learn that the stove is hot because you got to put your hand on there. You got to see it for yourself. And sometimes that happens with trading, y'all. You're not going to believe that the grease is hot until, you know what I'm saying, you touch it. And then you're like, oh, my God, that is really hot. Yeah, I told you. But, you know, you got to learn for yourself. So hopefully this helped, y'all. We had gold and GBP AUD. Hopefully you took some screenshots and you are good to go, okay? With that being said, let me share my screen one more time, y'all, before we close this out. So bear with me. One more second. I'm not going to be on here much longer, all right? Y'all with me? See, now my thing is working. I don't know what was up with it earlier, but whatever. Anyway, so next live market analysis. As far as I know, the only time I won't be on is the Sunday following Thanksgiving, okay? Because I will be spending time with family. So I'll be on on a bit of a, I'm saying, like a break, during that time. So that's like November. My bad. That's December 1st. So yeah, so November for the most part, all of November, unless something happens that I'm not aware of, and it's just kind of last minute and it's emergency or something. I'm gonna be here on Sunday. Okay, so November 3rd, November 10th, I'll be here ready to tackle these charts with y'all. All right, and what I am going to ask as we wrap this up, y'all, please, if you are taking any of these trades that we look at on here, no matter win or lose, y'all, please drop what happens. You're going to help somebody. The more detail you provide, the more you're going to help somebody else. Here's something that I really have to get this out, because I know some people are like, well, I don't understand, nothing in life is free. No, like, there are free things, but there are also things that you got to pay for. You know what I'm saying? But here's why I do this, because not everybody has the money right now to see if trading is for them. This is an opportunity for you to see if trading is for you. If you've been trading for a while, this live market analysis is a way for you to see if your strategy is lining up with what I'm saying. If they're, you know what I'm saying the same thing. Oh yeah, I should be buying. This should be my profit area. Oh yeah, I should be selling. This should be my profit area. If both of our things are saying the same thing, then guess what? That's confirmation for you that you know what you're doing. So I need you to just go run and play. That's it. Y'all, the goal for me personally is not to sit here and be teaching every single day, every single year for the rest of my life. Not at this capacity. I do want to still continue to teach, but I want to empower other parents, other service members, because I'm a retired veteran, right? I want to definitely, empower college students, even high school students. I want y'all to be able to get this, it, you get the results, and now you go out and teach people. The more of us that have this skill, the more of us that we don't have to rely on someone else to provide for us to make money. It's great that people are entrepreneurs. I'm an entrepreneur. I sell stuff, but I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm not sitting here like, oh man, they don't want to, or this, that. I don't have to stress about that, because I have a skill that can make me money no matter where I'm at. And I want that for the other people who want that for themselves. There's a freedom that comes with trading, y'all. It is. There's a freedom that comes with trading. So when you are in that position to where now you can sit here and say, you know what, man, I got this skill. Listen, I put a trade in this morning, and then I went off and I had these appointments and whatnot. Like, I had my hair appointment. Had to take my kid to the doctor, whoop the whoop, had to take my car to the shop, whatever. Like, I had all these things going on. And then I looked at my phone and was like, oh shoot, all right, yeah, my trade hit my profit. Cool. I made some money today. I ain't have to sit there and do anything but look at the market, mark it up, and then make a decision. Do I want to buy? Do I want to sell? And then how far am I anticipating the market going in my favor? And what is my cutoff if it doesn't go in my favor? What's that cutoff? I set my parameters and I go on about my day. Y'all, that is a freedom that I don't know how else to explain it. But I want everyone to at least feel it, to taste it, to experience it, to see it, not just hear it. So that's why I do these lives, y'all. It's not about, I got it. I have stuff that I offer to people, and I go into more detail on trading, and I show y'all specifically like how my trading system works. And I do that. But at the end of the day, I just want people to at least know that there's an option out there for them. You don't have to hustle. You don't have to hustle. You can learn this and do what you do. Continue going to school. You can continue working your job that you love. You can continue building your business that you are super passionate about. You can continue working on your nonprofit. You can continue doing all of those things, being a family man, family woman. You can continue doing all of that stuff, all while taking your time and learning this skill, mastering this skill, and making money while you sleep, while you exercise, while you do whatever you do. Okay? So that's it. I'm off my soapbox. Hopefully it helps somebody. And if it does, make sure you share this video. Share. Comment if you take any of these trades, and then what is the result of you taking those trades. And trust me, y'all, I'll be letting y'all know as well what I do, because I am a gold trader. I love gold. All right. So let's get it. Let's go make this a prosperous, productive week. All right. That's it. That's all. Go be great. I love y'all.